Bro, he was dead, bro. If he wanted you out of there, he'll go do it himself on the feet by himself.
Okay, let's get some reading glasses here. Oh. Okay, so we're going to be discussing something here. And the discussion at hand is about Samson from the Bible. Okay, in the book of... Yes, I have a script. You don't know why I have a script? Because I have bad memory. Anyway, in the book of Judges, chapters 13 through 16, you can read about Samson. First off, remember not to idolize Samson. Don't do that. Do not idolize him. You want to know why? You want to know why? Everything he did was by God and his blessings. Keep that in mind. Thank you. Hopefully you heard that. I'm going to be really sad if you can't pick all this up. So remember to glorify God rather than think Samson did it on his own. Now let me tell you about this behemoth of a man, of a human being. Samson's strength came from God's power through the Holy Spirit and his vow with God. Now just really think about that. You are getting a buff. You are getting buffed from God. That's insane. This is historically the strongest sucker to ever live. Evo always correct. Go watch me play Clash Royale on YouTube. Okay. And he had that strength through his vow with God, which is why he had long hair. Okay. Where am I? I already lost my reading spot. Now he is a Nazarite, being used to bring judgment on the Philistines. Mainly Philistines were an enemy of the Israelites in that time. This man, he tore apart a lion with his bare hands. That's insane. He killed 1,000. Let me speak directly into the microphone so you hear that, right? He killed 1,000 men with a donkey's jawbone. That's insane. Okay. He captured 300 foxes, tied their tails together, and torched them to make them run through a field of crops. That was after, I think, if I remember correctly, I think it's after the Philistines may have killed someone he knew. I think I didn't research that on why he did it too much. I mean, I did, but, like, I don't remember. Okay. So, you're hearing all these feats. He's doing all these really, really cool things. But even with all that strength, he still fell for a baddie, okay? He still fell for a baddie, and he still fell into temptation. So, no matter how strong you are, the right woman, or in this case, the wrong one, can really change you. So, remember to always put God first, despite your relationship. Yeah, he fell for a baddie who would ruin him, and which she did, temporarily. His hair was cut by Delilah, the baddie. Delilah was I'm not going to speak on Delilah, because I don't want to, like, misquote, and I don't want to spread false information. So, if you want to read about Delilah, you do that. But don't take this as fact. She may have been a spy or something for the Philistines, and that's how she got to Samson, because Samson, no one was approaching him. No one was getting close to him. No one. No one could face off against him, because he was insane. Literal real life superhero. Yeah, but when his hair was cut by Delilah, then that is when his vow was broken with a god, so it made him weak. He became weaker. What else? It led to Samson's capture. So he was taken to the temple of Dagon, which is where these Philistine people are, and yada yada yada, you know what I mean? And his eyes were actually gouged out. and he was brought before them so that they could mock him. And they did. Temporarily. Then this man does the craziest thing ever. I want you to guess. Guess what he did. Guess. If you don't know, just guess. He's restrained to 2 pillars. Hold on. Restrained to 2 pillars. Pillar here, pillar there. Okay. Lost my place. Doing my little shenanigans. And Samson prayed for restoration of his strength. Because obviously his strength came from God. Sorry. I thought I had to burp there. And God accepted the request. And as Samson was restrained by the 2 pillars, he pulled them. He pulled temple pillars. He's overpowered. He's overpowered. But remember, he's only overpowered because God allowed it. Not because he allowed it. Not because of his strength, because of God's strength. And he pulled the pillars, causing a collapse in the temple, killing himself and 3,000 Philistines with him. Then, God gave Samson so much aura, but think about it. Let's turn our noggins on here. Use your noggin. Use that brain of yours. Let's think. Put on your thinking cap. How easily Samson lost it. Lost all his strength. He lost his aura. Because of a baddie. Be careful about some people. They can be troublesome, but remember, if your eye causes you to stumble, gouge it out. Anyway, that's about it. See ya.
Subscribe and like if you enjoyed. I'm really doing my best here.